Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today I have for you one of the more classic builds of the game, and you don't see that often on the battlefield nowadays, and that's for good reason, but I'll talk about that later. In fact, first let me introduce you guys to the BrawlCat. Yep, this is the 45-ton clan Omnimech, the Shadow Cat, and with a name like BrawlCat, it's obviously built to brawl. I actually use the Shadowcat P chases, but being an Omnimech, you can swap out the Omnipod, so you can use any other variant and do this build. And why is this build not so common anymore? Well, it's basically an SRM Vomit, and there are so many other mechs that do the SRM Vomit better. Not only the Assassin 21, but after 3060 technology, the Wolverine got a buff to its mobility, and that does SRM Vomit really well. So this basically, guys, got power creeped. So it's not a high performer anymore, but it's still fun to play once in a while because, well, it has MASC and it jumps, and, well, it's not the matter. But anyway, let's take a look at this build. So, being an SRM Vomit, this build actually runs 4 SRM 6s with Artemis, 6.5 tons of ammunition on it, and with the speed tweak, it goes to a speed of 101.6. 6 jump jets for great mobility, which is a good advantage, and MASC allows it to have a burst speed and, yeah, lots of mobility buffs when you need it, that is. So for the Omnipods, for those who are not familiar, I swapped out the right arm for the B, the right torso for the A, the left torso for the H Omnipod, and the left arm I gave it the B Omnipod. So that allows it to have 4 missile hardpoints, and that's all you need. Simple build, simple to play, using the MASC to burst in and out and jump jets to jump high. You can even have the 2 SRMs in the arms in a 1 weapon group, so you can fire down as you jump up high. With the 6 jump jets, that's pretty legit tactic. So anyway, for skills with SRM Vomits, you want to pile it on in the firepower tree. So lots in the left side, of course, with SRMs. With a pure SRM build, you want 2 nodes of missile rec, 2 nodes of missile spread for increased ammunition, and decreased spread. Only 1 node of high explosive. Yeah, this is for linkings. Some people have been asking me, why don't I get the second node? That's because this only increases missile crit damage to the components, and that's only if a missile crits. So simply put, this is really not worth it. I'd rather get cooldown or something else. And yeah, so that gives me other bonuses like a heat reduction of 7.8, cooldown reduction of 4.8, and a nice range improvement of 9%. For survivability, I have put 16 on the left side for armor. For those who don't know, left side is armor, right side is structure. So that gives me a little bit of armor bonus, 14.7, and a structure of 10.8. Without the quirks from IS mechs, this only gives a little bit of bonus. IS mechs do this much better because of the quirks, which are multiplied by the skills. That's why IS SRM Vomit is still far superior to this build. But anyway, it's still fun to play, like I said, once in a while. So mobility, 16 SPs on the right side to get 3 nodes of speed tweak. And of course, this is my more or less pretty common configuration for the mobility tree. Gives me an X cell bonus of 10.5%, D cell bonus of 14%, and a turn rate bonus of 24%. With the MASC, that's just fantastic. And you gotta use it because you have it. So anyway, operations, 13 SPs for 5 nodes of heat containment, increasing the heat capacity. 0 sensor tree is always risky, but I run it because I need the SPs. I always believe in hard cover better than radar deprivation. So there it is. And of course, 10 nodes for the auxiliary tree for 2 strikes. I use a lot of strikes. I think it's a very effective weapon. And since everybody can use it, I think it's pretty fair to use it. Placing it nicely is always a challenge. But when you do, like in the first match you'll see later in the gameplay, it does so much damage. And that always helps tip the match towards your team. And 2 cool shots, because with sustained fire, this build actually generates loads of heat because it only has 10 double heat sinks. So that's it, boys and girls. We have the BrawlCat, and I really like this pattern. I think the eyes do enhance the look quite a lot. And yeah, lots of decals. But anyway, that's it, guys. Let's go down to the gameplay and I'll show you the BrawlCat in action. So let's go. So here we are on Caustic Valley, and here's my Shadowcat about to get its MASC bugged. Apparently, if you map the left alternate button to the MASC and you press a certain combination of buttons, your MASC will get you bugged. And this is manifest in effectively sticky keys, as you can see right here. My Shadowcat kept turning right and my targeting info keeps appearing. So that means my D and my left shift are basically stuck, and most of the time you can't disable this bug, but in this particular match I was able to smash my keyboard and get it unstuck. So thankfully, because this build actually can do a lot of damage if allowed to, but with MASC getting bugged, it's never nice. So I never figured it out. I gotta do more testing on it. And if you know anything, do let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's get down to some gameplay as I move up to support the team. Still using the MASC because I'm a sucker for punishment to get that burst speed to move up to the front. So let's get down to some violence on Caustic Valley. Right torso. Support our Victor.
New target acquired.
You got Lerms Alpha.
Target spotted.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted. Target spotted.
Charlie right torso Flea.
New target.
Oh. Risky maneuver.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
I missed.
New target acquired. Missile. Missile.
Still alive.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Damn terrain.
5%.
India. Whoever's Alpha Lance, Bravo Lance, India. Come on, move. My mech's like not moving.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Need help with India? Maybe not, but yeah. Get the idea.
Override. Override shut down.
Hot.
Right claw critical damage.
Need assistance.
New target acquired.
Hot. Suggest Delta?
Target spotted.
Delta CT, let's go. Panther, let's go.
Target destroyed.
Oh, it's Anitius.
Acquired.
Golf.
Target destroyed.
Stay together. Echo 4. Head back to Echo 4. Bravo Licks. Learn boat. Okay, never mind. Juliet.
Missile.
Enemy UAV above us.
Shadowcat's a stick. Ignore it. Go for the learn boat.
Destroyed. SRM destroyed.
Something behind me.
At 25%.
Stupid learn boat.
Incoming missile. Destroyed.
Oh well. 1137 damage is decent with 5 kills.
Warning, incoming missile.
So got a catapult, very badly hurt.
Yeah, there is something behind me now.
The enemy is 75% of the way to victory.
New
Shut
target
them down.
acquired.
Go for the Bravo.
Incoming missile.
The Shadowcat's a stick. No, don't shut down. No, fierce.
Warning, incoming.
Well, you get that kill. Well, maybe the catapult will run out of ammo. No. Oh well. Oh well, I did try. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. Kinda obvious though. enemy team's gonna win. So I guess that wasn't the best performance by the team. So a rather anticlimactic end to what could have been a spectacular match, but almost gets you nothing. It doesn't get you the prize and it doesn't get you a win. But a stellar performance, 1137 damage, granted lots from the strikes, 10 components and 5 kills, showing that I did a lot of quality damage, and a very nice match score, 650 despite the death and the loss. But most importantly, this match showcases what this build is capable of. The burst, mobility and speed from the MASC to move from point to point and hunt down those lights, and of course the firepower for killing everything else. Moving along to the next match, this is a match I am dropping with Snake Pilsken and Charlie Lance in his Kodiak. And honestly, a few games before this particular match, I had a verbal disagreement with him because he was HPG manifold. We were winning 7-2, and even though he died alone at the top, he was giving it to the team, calling us idiots and stupid people for not holding the top. And I had a disagreement because I don't like the team being called stupid, even though, especially in fact, when we were winning. But honestly, I felt bad leaving on a sour note, and I wanted to find a game to match rather to smoothen things out with him. And this was it. So I made it a point to talk to him nicely, and he's a nice guy. We just have different points of view, and we worked it out. So I decided to support his style of play and make him a happier person.
What do you guys want to do?
Support the assault is always a good idea.
Right.
Assault choose the direction we will follow. So as you could see, we did work things out and we are both chill right now. So basically we agreed to disagree, and that's really important in getting along with other people and different mindsets. But in this particular match, I decided to go the extra mile, giving him some sense of autonomy to choose the direction and directing the team to support the Kodiak, his Kodiak, and a few of the other assaults around him, and basically make him happier. And I think that's important. All of us being happy playing the game, because if you don't get happy, and that's him here right now, that Kodiak, if you're not happy, we are gonna quit, and less players in the game is bad. So anyway, I'm gonna intentionally hang around him as much as I can and support him with my SRMs, which is always a good thing because Kodiaks are very powerful but very chunky, very immobile, and they get taken out pretty easily. Fox 6 multiple contacts down low. So anyway, going back to the game, taking point and pinpointing targets for my team right now. Yep, they're pushing our rear. Echo 6. Yeah, I got a few learn boats here. Like that Supernova. I gotta love that guy's name, voted for skirmish. Yeah, it's a cute game. I always like to see the names in game. We have a friendly lone boat behind me, so I'm trying to hold locks even though the guy is out of range. Main force is going in there. I don't want to draw too much fire, so I'm going to try flank them. Hit them from the side. Focus our fire at Echo 6 as the main team pushes on my left. Always a dangerous tactic, but flanking actually helps a lot to get that win. But sadly that means I have to leave Snake behind a bit. Spotted mech is Supernova. So gonna hunt down the learn boats. Enemy is pushing our rear. We're one big round. Yeah, enemy is pushing our rear, but I hope to catch a few here.
You might want to counter him.
Like this one.
Yeah, yep. We're splitting up.
2 assaults here, yep. Using the MSC to run back to cover.
Back to D6.
Yep, back to D6. Making calls for the main force to head back to Delta 6. When a few of us push this Echo 5 area. That's basically the support mechs. And suddenly a catapult. But it's a trial catapult because of the trial event. Yeah, this was recorded during the trial event. He knows he's in trouble, he makes a run for it. But yeah, he knows he's screwed, so he's turning around to fight. Just matter who gets that kill. CT open. Yeah, I got him. So our flanking force of me and whoever else in BrawlCat, I think Nyx is behind me, not too sure. Pushing forward, taking out the support mechs at that learn boat. 2-1, slight advantage. My strikes are basically doing nothing in this match. So gotta move in, get to short range just when the missiles do a lot. BrawlCat, we got a mech here. Foxtrot. Yeah, calling whoever's near me to engage Foxtrot. It's an 8 LRM boats, so right torso open, he drops down. But we have quite a big force here. Echo's almost dead. Delta 6. Slight advantage, so gonna jump down I think. Should I jump down? Maybe. So now it's a sizable advantage. So dropping down to finish them off. Next gets the kill. Foxtrot. Next gets the kill as I go for this guy who ran away from me earlier. But it's not gonna run away from me now. The enemy team is winning on the other
First
flank,
weapon is dead.
but we are still
Nice start.
fresh
Roger.
and hungry.
Nice start, Juliet. Watch the top though.
You go first.
8-5, so the flanking force which I'm part
Oh,
of
another
is
huntsman. ETMs.
turning in and hunting them down.
Acquired.
Aggression wins, getting a bit close here, 8-6. But I'm still really fresh. So, lots of things I can do. Was that Snake? That was a dead Kodiak there. So, triple ERPPC Ghost Nightstar. I hit his left torso more, so I'm actually focusing on it. Most of the time I just fire missiles at the general's center of mass, and then I focus on the parts that I hit and caught.
Night Star, get it?
So surrounded by friends like the Veagle on my right.
Well done, team.
That's what I like to see. Good communication.
So that was a good team performance with the flanking force, which I was
It
part of,
is.
hitting them from the side, slicing them after taking out the support mechs. And that was the difference in this particular match. But 8 for 1 damage is still a stellar performance for this build. 1 kill, a few KMDDs, and a nice match roll of 506. Snake did okay too, so that's nice, I suppose.